Hi, I'm sorry I'm late again today, but I got busy doing some other stuff. But I want to do a real quick market update, a daily update for you folks. But I do the same thing every day, but I want to do something a little bit different today. I want to go over IV rank, okay, or implied volatility rank, because I know a lot of people don't know like what is that? What's the difference between IV rank, IV percentile, and implied volatility? So I hear you guys talk about this all the time. What is implied volatility? Isn't that the same thing as implied volatility percentile? And what's implied volatility rank? All right, on the charts, this is what's called IV rank or implied volatility rank. All right, that is different from implied volatility. All right, now look at it this way. I'll use it the difference is the difference is look at it like cars on a freeway. Like, what's your okay? Look at yourself. What is the you're driving on a freeway, right? There's a whole bunch of cars on the freeway. That's just like stocks, right? But now, some cars are going 100 miles an hour. Some cars are going 35 miles per hour. You know, whatever it is, right? Now, what about your car? What about you? Okay, let's say you're going 55 miles per hour. Is that fast? Is that slow? Is that faster than you usually drive? Okay, so implied volatility is how fast you're driving right now. Implied volatility rank is how fast you're driving compared to how you normally drive over the span of 1 year. Okay, so let's say on average, so this is your speed. This is your IV rank. Okay, so if you see your speed, if you see your speed up here, and you can see that you're at like IV rank of 75%, what that means is currently right now, you're driving on the higher end of what you usually averagely drive. So let's say on average you drive 45 miles per hour. Right now you're doing 75 miles per hour. That's higher on average than you usually drive throughout the year. Okay, so we know that your IV rank should drop more towards 50 because that's what you normally drive per year. Okay, in this case, right? Now, if you look at the SPY, what's their speed? Their average speed, is you can kind of tell, right? It's usually hanging more like around 25. Okay, on average. So you know that if you see IV rank pop up to here, it's gonna come back down to 25 because that's what its average within itself has been. Okay, now let me show you something on Thinkorswim. IV rank, um, IV rank on Dole. I'm sorry. IV rank on Dole is these numbers in the middle of the circle. So, for example, yeah, I'll put on my filter. I'll put hide earnings on this, right? And I'll show you why this is important. IV rank of 50 or more, right? Okay, so Tasty Traders, what we do is we trade stocks with IV ranks of 50 or more. So we're looking for companies or ETFs with an IV rank with this number 50 or more. Okay? Why? Because when you sell premium, you want to sell premium when IV rank is high, right? You sell high and you buy low. So you want to sell when IV rank is high and buy it back when IV rank drops. So what we're doing is we're looking for stuff over 50 because we know IV rank, IV is the only thing that usually reverts to its mean, not necessarily price, the IV rank. Okay, so IV rank is this number right here in the middle. If you're on your trade page, IV rank will be right here in the middle, right here. All right. Okay, so IV rank is at 19 for the SPY, for example. So that's low, right? It's below 25. Okay. So let me show you on Thinkorswim. Let's go to the SPY on Thinkorswim. So if you go to the SPY on Thinkorswim and you go to the trade page, right? And you look at this option chain, right? Expand option chain. These numbers down here are your implied volatility per month for that month. Okay, so some months are higher than others. Okay, now if you open up down here where it says today's option statistics, open that. You may want to know, well, what is if this is the implied volatility percentile for that particular month, what is, I mean, implied, I'm sorry, excuse me. If this right here is the implied volatility for the SPY now, like for each specific month, what is SPY's IV rank when you compare it to itself? So if you open up today's option statistics tab, see over here where it says current IV percentile, where it says 20%. All right, IV percentile is the same thing as IV rank. The reason why Tasty Trade, you hear Tom and Tony say IV rank all the time, it's to make sure that people do not get confused, listeners do not get confused between IV, which is implied volatility, and IV rank. So current IV percentile is 20%. That's the IV rank. So let's go to Dole and go to SPY, and you can tell that IV rank in the SPY is, see, 90, so it's basically the same, 20%. So that's IV rank. So don't get caught up in knowing how to calculate it, all the other stuff. All you need to know is that IV rank is what you're going to be using to make money. You sell it when you sell IV rank when it's high, and you buy it back when it's cheap. Okay? So what I mean is, in your toss chart, okay, so you're gonna sell golden geckos when IV rank is above 50 in general. Okay, for ETFs, they did a study where if you sell premium, or you do sell premium in golden geckos or whatever, when IV rank is 35% or greater, and collect 19.8% of the expected move, you have a high probability of making money. So IV rank is right here in chart form. Right now it's at 19.58. Okay, that's why people were loving it when IV rank popped like this and they collapsed, because you can sell IV rank here. Okay, you may not know which way the stock will go, but you do know that when IV rank gets above 50, which is this green line, IV implied volatility or IV rank is the only thing that is mean reversion. I mean, it has to return back to its average, its mean. Stock prices don't have to do that. Look at Tesla, right? But implied volatility always reverts back to its mean. Look at this. I'll even type in Tesla. Okay, 1 year chart of Tesla. Let's look. It was on a storm, right? Well, IV rank, look. Price does not always have to go back to where it was. See, look, it shot it back up there. It's never been back down to $116.10 in over a year, right? But look at IV rank. It could go as high as 180, and it always comes back. Look, it always comes back down to 50, right? Look, it always comes back. Look, it drop below 50, always come back, right? So we know when we want to sell IV when it's higher above 50, because we know it'll come back down. Look, above 50, we know it'll come back down. Look, in this case, IV rank went really low, right? But we also know when it does that, we know it'll come back to its average sooner or later. Yep, came back. See what I mean? But when you sell premium, meaning when you sell puts and you sell calls, to make money. IV rank has to drop. That's why there's no sense selling There's no sense selling premium down here, because it can't drop much. Okay, so that's the benefits of selling of IV rank. So I wanted to clear that up for people who had questions. So again, if you go to your trade page, this is your implied volatility or IV for a specific month. The numbers in parentheses tell you by that expiration date how much this stock could move either up or down. So for example, in October 2014, with 30 days left to expiration, meaning at the end of 30 days, right now the SPY could go up or down $5.91 either way. Okay, that's the expected move. This number, 12.78%, is its implied volatility for that month. We're not too concerned about that. We're more concerned about the rank. The rank in TOS, Thinkorswim, is right here, current IV percentile, which is 20%. This IV percentile is the same thing as when you hear Tom and Tony talk about IV rank. Okay, so when you're on Dole and you want to trade and you hear IV rank, you're looking for these numbers in the middle, and you're looking for them to be above 50 for a stock and at least above 35% for an ETF. If you see an ETF that's above 50 or more, that's even a greater sign. Okay, so I wanted to cover that. As far as what happened today and what's going on with what I see for tomorrow, here's the chart for this SPY. I will zoom in a little bit here. So as you can see, we had an update today. In fact, we had all-time high of $201.68. That's why you got this nice high blue tick here. What happened to IV rank, right? It dropped, right? It went from here, which is right here, and it dropped lower. So if you sold premium, you made money, okay? When I say sell premium, I'm meaning selling a put or selling a call, all right? And look what happened to OBV cross. It broke above this, and this stayed above 80 when it bounced off 80 and went higher. This is a bullish sign, right? What do I mean by that? Well, unfortunately, let's take a look at when that happened again, all right? OBV went above. I'm trying to think of a better scenario for you. Well, right here, I guess. Went red, came back above, and this thing bounced off 80, came back higher, and the stock went up. Didn't go up a lot, though. Okay, so, but we are at all-time highs. All right, so now this is what happened. You know, this is closed for today. Now let's fast forward to, let's look at the ES, which is the futures. Okay, it's /ES, which is the S&P/Y future index. And I'll zoom in again real quick. I'll let it load. We've got a few minutes left here, but I wanted to cover this. Okay, here we go. And I'll zoom in again. All right, here we go. I'll click in one more time, actually. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Zoom out. Okay, so where are we? Here we are. Don't worry about this blue line. I'll try to get rid of it, but that's just open interest. I keep on trying to delete it, and it keeps popping back up. I don't know why. Let me just delete this real quick. All right. Gone. All right. So as you can see, the last 3 days, what's been happening in the futures has been going higher. Look at the IV rank, right? It's at 20. Okay. Look how high unbalanced volume is, which is a formula for there are more buyers than sellers. At least in the last 2 days, look, it leveled off. It didn't go higher. Okay, so what Tom and Tony are hoping, they're hoping it'll, you know, collapse. But I'm guessing it'll stay high at least till Friday, before it even collapses a little bit on Monday. Bad news is, though, this is still, look, remember, dipped below 80, and now it's right back up to, what, 85.57? Okay, so not, I don't think Tom and Tony will be happy about that. Now, if you guys, don't worry if you missed my other updates. I repeat myself because I figure daily updates, you know, people throw them away, or, you know, there's not something, I mean, it's archived on my forum, but it's no big deal. I just talked about how you can see how the Bollinger Bands are now like this. Remember I told you in an earlier video, I said this could stay like this for, like, this stayed like for 12 days, and then it shot up. Well, look where we are now, and I'll zoom back out a little bit. See how it got narrow over here? It got narrow for like 12 days, 12 business days, which is about 2 weeks, trading days. We're only on our 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 business day. So we have all this week and all next week for anything to happen. Okay, but it's getting really tight down here, so I'm looking for some kind of move. I'm hoping there'll be some kind of vol expansion. I'm hoping it'll be on Monday. Okay? Me, I'm just watching my position. I'm not putting on any more. I did not put anything on SPYs today. I very well may do. I'm honestly, I'm looking at right here. See right here how IV rank went up, shut down, and leveled off, and then climbed again, and it's right around where we are now. So I want to see if this will pop back up. Okay, so I can sell some premium, sell some golden geckos. My IV rank scan here, these are your ETFs that are high, above 50%, or at least above 35. There are currently 1, 2, 3, 4 ETFs above 50%. EWZ, FXE, URE, and XOP. I don't know if there's enough premium to collect there or not. You have to do your work, like I talked to you in yesterday's videos. These are stocks with IB rank of greater than or 50